DC officials have ordered an Adam Morgan cafe to close due to health concerns just days after the business owner was caught on video berating a fast food delivery driver for not speaking English. Despite that shutdown order, the business appeared to be open on Thursday. DC Health stated that on September 11th, they conducted an inspection at Kenna Coffee Ice Cream Cafe Mocktail Bar Lounge located at 1810 Florida Avenue Northwest. Following the investigation, health officials issued a summary suspension, which led to the immediate closure of the business until further notice. Despite the notice, the business continued to operate in violation of that order. Quote, as of September 18th, the Kenna Cafe Ice Cream Cafe Mocktail Bar Lounge has been shut down with the support of our sister agency and the Metropolitan Department, or NPD. DC Health remains dedicated to enforcing health and safety standards and is committed to ensuring public well-being. But this is not the only investigation involving the business. DC's Department of Licensing and Consumer Protection, or the DLCP, stated that they also issued 2 notices of infractions to the cafe. One was issued on May 13th and another on August 8th. DLCP has not disclosed what prompted the notices, but in a statement, they said this: we take allegations of illegal activity seriously and are actively monitoring the situation. Because of this investigation and is ongoing, DLCP is unable to further comment on the matter or any further deliberative actions that the agency might take. Kenna's temporary closure comes just days after the cafe's owner, Greg Harris, was captured on video berating a fast food delivery driver. The delivery driver, Gregorio, stated that he showed up to Harris's shop in DC to pick up an order Monday morning. The delivery driver states that after waiting a couple of minutes for the order outside of the shop, he signaled Harris to come towards him because there was a dog inside the business. Gregorio stated that, quote, I was scared because of the dog. He explained that the dog had barked at him when he first opened the door. Once inside the shop, Gregorio explained that Harris began yelling at him, so he decided to get his phone out and record. Gregorio states that the business owner toned down his voice once he saw he was recording. Gregorio also stated that he has been in the United States for 2 years, and it is the first time that he has been met with this type of hostility. He says usually restaurants understand that not all drivers speak English fluently. Quote, if you don't know English, you show your phone and you get the order. In the video, Harris forcibly hands over the bag to Gregorio, who then proceeds to leave the restaurant with the order as he is being insulted. DC police responded to the scene and on Tuesday stated that the incident is under active investigation as a simple assault and a hate crime. Gregorio says that he believes he was targeted for being Hispanic. DC police has not charged anyone for Monday's incident.
Because the white man...
So I just want to put things into perspective so that people will understand some simple stuff. And this is history. Anybody can look it up. By the early 1950s, the American GI Forum, while still denying that it was a civil rights organization, sought to end discrimination in Texas schools, in employment, and in the use of public spaces. The core strategy depended on educating Anglos that Americans of Spanish-speaking descent, or Latin Americans, were Caucasian, and that to identify them as anything but white, whether on birth certificates or traffic citations, was illegal. Making any distinction between Latin Americans and whites, he wrote, was a slur and insult to all Latin Americans of Spanish-speaking descent. So what's going to take place is that more than likely they may try to say in some type of way, shape, or form that it was hate. Realistically, it wasn't to a lot of other people because they want to be able to use that branding on Black people. They're going to say that it was hate. This is, again, why they are trying to go for some type of hate charge or look directly for it. You even had Gregorio himself basically state that he did this because of his skin color, what have you. Realistically, the owner did not. He did this simply for the fact that guy did not know how to speak English or enough or properly. That was simply it. It was a language barrier problem, right? Not a race problem. Because if it was a race problem, he would not have allowed him directly into his establishment, into his business to pick up that order. Even if he was certified to pick up that order, he would not have allowed him to do it at all, nor would he have put the order directly into his hands or been that close directly talking to him. Like I said before, a lot of people don't want to pay attention to certain things, but this is where we are. This is the moral of the story. If you are Black in the United States and you try to play the same games that other people like to play, you are not going to win. And this is clear cut what this business owner tried to do. He tried to literally play the same game that true Americans like to play all the time. Now, the interesting part is this, right? Now, notice how they said that they wanted to look into different types of crimes that were committed against the delivery worker. But there's been too many times throughout the years that I have covered stories where Black people have either been enclosed inside or enclosed or locked into a beauty supply store because, quote unquote, they were stealing when nobody had proof that anybody was stealing. You've had instances where people wanted to lock Black people inside of nail shops against their will. Again, wrong to sit up there and do. That had to do specifically with race. That had to do specifically with color of the skin. The treatment that they were getting from Asian Americans, even beyond those stories, is due to the effect that they are Black. There is no escaping directly from that at all. Because again, Black people don't do those things to people of other nationalities. You can come into our business and you can proceed to shop, you can proceed to buy, you can proceed to loiter, whatever it is, you can just so happen to do it. We're not going to automatically lock you inside of our store because we think, because of the color of your skin, that you're stealing directly from us. That's something that is directly taught because within proximity, you have those out there that feel as though that they are close to the same complexion as the true Americans directly out there, therefore making them on equal standings or an equal to those who rule over this United States society. So again, that's how that works. That's how you have an instance of race taking place because of somebody's skin color, right? Because of who they are. Versus this instance where there was frustration, there is a language barrier problem. And obviously the guy could not communicate it better. And he decided to use vulgarity. He decided that he wanted to get directly in the face of and so on and yada yada. Again, the owner didn't do this because he was racist. Does he have an issue? More than likely with immigrants? More than likely so. Could he have calmed down and conveyed this message a lot better? Yes, he could have. Could he have been more understanding? Yeah, he could have. Is he racist? No. If people aren't ready to have the conversation about the things historically that have happened to Black people and label all of those instances as racist, then this instance right here is not racist. It's not. It's just not. And again, I'm not here to debate at all. But anyways, let me know what you guys feel and think about this video in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.